Welcome back to Score on Business. Our next guest is Phil Schmerling. Phil Schmerling is the CEO of InCrowd Capital, an angel investment group based in Nashville. They invest in early-stage companies that have graduated from incubator, accelerator, or university programs. Prior to starting InCrowd in 2012, Phil spent 3 years as an investment banker with Morgan Keegan and close to 5 years at the Choice Food Group. Phil, it's good to have you here.
Thanks for having me. Pleasure to be here.
So, a lot of entrepreneurs plan on getting funding from angel or venture capital investors, and what are they going to face, and what are banks going to say?
Sure. Well, first off, they're very unlikely to get money from banks. And I want to start with a pretty obvious statement.
Yeah.
Every entrepreneur who starts a business thinks their idea is the best idea ever. They wouldn't be starting their company if they didn't think they had a great idea.
Yeah.
So most entrepreneurs think, okay, well, I've got this great idea. I'm going to go take it to a VC or take it to an angel group, and I'm going to get funding. But the reality they face is that less than 1% of companies get money from venture capital. Less than 2% are getting it from angel groups. So 97% of companies have to go to other sources to raise money. So entrepreneurs who think, I've got this great idea, don't realize they need to maybe take steps ahead of going to a venture capitalist or to an angel group before they're ready to raise money. So that includes crowdfunding, bootstrapping, just getting their business off the ground with either their own money or through revenue. And then what I call real angels, which I actually separate away from angel groups. So a lot of entrepreneurs think, I'm going to go to an angel group to find angels, but the way I define real angels is a little bit different.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, sure. So we can start maybe with, let's say, like bootstrapping in a way to, and crowdfunding is a way to get to maybe a real angel or to a venture capitalist or angel group.
Okay, well, why don't we hop into crowdfunding then? And tell us about raising money via crowdfunding.
So again, a lot of entrepreneurs think, okay, I've got this great idea, and they think the same thing, like going to a VC or to an angel group. I've got this great idea. Who wouldn't want to give me money?
Yeah.
So I'm going to put it on Kickstarter. Everyone's going to see my great idea, and I'm going to get a bunch of funding. The reality is that raising money through Kickstarter or crowdfunding is just as difficult as raising money in other ways. So the people who've had the most success on crowdfunding are people who lay the groundwork ahead of time. So they know before they even launch their programs, before they launch their Kickstarter campaigns, they're likely to get, in 48 hours, within the first 48 hours, they know that they're going to hit 100% of their target. And the faster you hit 100% of your target, the more people are going to hear about it, the more press you're going to get. So you have to set a target and lay the groundwork to know that you're going to hit it early on. And then with bootstrapping, you've got that same mindset that you have with crowdfunding, that people are willing to pay for your product before you have something ready. A lot of entrepreneurs I talk to say, well, I need to build my product, but I need money to build my product. And I can't get money from VCs or angels until I have revenue, but I can't get revenue without a product. But what they don't realize is that you can go talk to your customers, and you need to be having conversations with your customers before you even get a product off the ground to begin with, because they're going to give you feedback that help you iterate. But the idea is if you go to your customer and you say, I've got this product, you can cut deals with them to maybe get a big check in advance before you have the product finished that allow you to go and complete the build out of a product. So that's bootstrapping. You can go to a customer and say, hey, if you invest $5,000 now, or this is a product that costs $10,000, but if you pay $5,000 now, we'll give it to you ahead of time for $5,000, and we'll have it ready for you in 4 months. They'll find that many entrepreneurs got to start this way. They find that the customers are usually willing to do that, or in many cases willing to do that. So there are other ways to get money in that early stage as you're in the idea and you're trying to think of ways that you can get your product launched. Crowdfunding and bootstrapping are two great ways to do that.
And there are different kinds of crowdfunding. Kickstarter's one of the big ones, but they are good for a certain set of people, and then there are other ones for other folks.
Right, so crowdfunding for like a Kickstarter, reward-based crowdfunding, is really good for companies with a consumer-facing product. It's really hard for a company with a healthcare IT technology to use Kickstarter to raise their money, because what what reward can you offer somebody who's going to fund to build out of your product? So there is equity-based crowdfunding, and some laws have changed to make that legal. I don't usually recommend entrepreneurs use that type of fundraising. I think there are better ways to get money, so we don't have to go into too much detail about that.
Yeah.
Anyone who's interested can reach out to me, and I'm happy to talk to them in more detail about it.
Well, while we're, I think they've probably shown your website, but that website is?
InCrowdCapital.com, very easy to find.
InCrowdCapital.com. Okay,
Yes.
we're going to take a break. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back.